what is gifting? I tell people anything can be a gift. Anything can be a gift. And what is gift? It's something you take out time to source. Something you take out time to source, package, and give out. Specific things you take out time to source, package, and give out. It can be corporate. That means you use it for businesses. It can be individuals. Okay, the gifting can be for corporate entities, can be for individuals, it can be for events, or it can be for other use. Okay, so it can be thing. And as I'm talking about gifting business, I want you, if you're here, you're interested, you don't even know what to do. I'm telling you, anything that God has placed in your mind has the capability to produce, has the capability to become explosive. An idea from God can be an industry. So, I started this business after hearing from God. And how did I hear? Like I told you, my 3 months break, I sat down and I said, God, I want to do something good, something new. And God started showing me, He has put it in your hands. What do you have in your hands? Looking at that scripture, I love fine things. I love packaging things. I love arranging the things. That's just me. And that's why I'm in a gifting business. I'm in a interior business. Because that is me. I go for shopping. I'm supposed to be, my husband will say, you're supposed to be buying clothes. But this one you're looking at this side is business. I say, yes, it's part of me. Because I look at things, I'm like, wow. You can package this thing and it will be something. And so that's how I started. I obeyed God and I began to write. And first thing, how do you start? I've introduced the gifting business, right? Now, how do you start that business? First of all, write it down. Who do you want? Who are your target market? When they say target market, who do you want to sell to? Who do you want to sell to? Who are the set of people? There are different kind of gifting industry. Gifting items, rather. There are different kind of gifting. You have the corporate gifting. Yes, there's another one. Bring it. Go ahead. Just put it here. But there's another bag, silver. There are some things inside that I want to... Yes, please. Thank you. So there are individual gifts. Those are gift items that you give to your people. Individual gifts. Okay, so... And there are children's gifts. Children. I mean, the children industry is booming. How many of us give gifts out? The children industry is booming. People that give gifts in the children, it is booming. Then there are gifts for events. So people call it souvenirs, just souvenirs. They just give you that gift souvenirs. That's all they do. Then there's the corporate gift is my niche. I'll talk about that. But some people don't start from the corporate gift because they have to start small, okay? So I'm going to go and spread the other things around. So there's a gift for children, the gift for individuals, there's a gift for events, different kind of events. Thank you. There's a gift for events, okay? So before you start a business, the gifting in business, decide what part of the gifting industry do you want to play. How do you want to start? For me, I've always had the mindset, and that's me. So many people in my industry have different lines, but I've always had the mindset that if I want to sell to you, I don't like to sell to one person because it's the same stress I will have selling to one person and the same stress selling to a couple of people. So that's why I do a B2B, business to business. I always sell to business because a company will want to buy 500 items, and an individual will want to buy one. It's the same stress. I'm big on customer service. So the same stress I give to you, the same way I want to please you, the same quality assurance for one item, that's what I'll put into my 500 items. So I decided to go into the corporate world. Do you understand? That's corporate businesses. Okay? And businesses will not buy one, they'll buy in thousands. So that's why I decided, that's just the reason. Okay? So to me, one stress, 500, the same. So that's how I got into the corporate. So I decided, so I wrote it down and said, I want to do businesses with companies. So I wrote it down. And if I want to do a business with company, what are those things I need to have? In my maternity leave, I will never forget. So, because when women are pregnant or they feel you can't do anything, that is your most productive time. This is not women matter, so let me go back to business. So I wrote it down. So the first thing, you have to have a name, right? I wrote a name down. How did I get the name? The name of my business is Wooey. Funny enough, how did I get that name? Way you want it, okay? Way, W-A-Y. I got out W. You, I said, okay, let me abbreviate it. You. Way you want W, and I got it, I. That's how I got Wooey. That's how, years ago. So I just put Wooey down. And I started doing research. In the gifting industry, you must research because it's a billion, let me put it in Naira, a multi-billion Naira industry. It is good. That industry is good. The entrance into the industry is very minimal. Very minimal. You must not, it's after I began to do the business that I went to a business school. So it's very minimal. But there are some things that are important, and I'll get there. And so I wrote down, so the first thing you want to do in business, a name. And as I was researching, remember I started event business. So I started hearing it clearly. This is about 18 years ago. Clearly, tax. I said, tax. How much do I make in business? 200. What's tax? What's my business with tax? But when God speaks to me, I go. Because I know, God has the answer. He's the offer and the omega. He sees the end. So who am I to argue? So I wrote it down, tax. So I called somebody. I need to do tax. They said, okay, get a tax card. And I did. And another thing, brochure. I got a brochure. Okay, what do I do? Oh, I've done this. I've done that. So I had a company profile. Let me tell you, my company, it's not now that the internet makes it very easy. You are blessed in this internet world. Then everything was physical. So I had to print a company brochure and profile. I didn't have that money. So I printed 5. Amaju, just 5. 5. But if you see it, you will know that this person, 5. Somebody has 5 brochures, just 5. I kept clean. But there's something about this industry, because I wanted to do corporate gifting, because individual events, I do those ones, but I wanted something to challenge me. I didn't want to sit in that small space. Oh, I sell. No, I just want to do something big. I said, okay, so what are the companies? I wrote down some names. But the big question, how do I get into these companies? But I remember that I've always told myself, start with what you have. Start with what you have. I said, what do I have? I know ABC people. I have ABC contacts. I started with that. So the first thing, my sister's husband works in Central Bank. So I proposed his life. I have something. What is that something you have? So out of, okay, Toyin, just come and bring it to Abuja. To Abuja. Abuja. Okay, I was happy. But what will I bring? What will I bring? I said, I can do corporate gifts. What are corporate gifts? Corporate are gifts that you brand for companies. You brand their logo, you brand whatever they need. And the essence of that is for publicity, promotional items. So the companies have reasons why they brand their items for their clients. So that's it. So I was looking at central bank, so I needed to give central bank what will sell to them, what they will see, and it will catch their attention. Now, those items were very expensive. You have executive clocks, you have executive this, and then you have them. And I'm looking at my time. So, quick, I sat down and I said, God, I don't have these items, and I have a presentation in Abuja. After this story, I'll tell you why I'm saying the story. I have a presentation in Abuja. And so I prayed. We are Christians here, so I'm not, anywhere I go to speak, I'm not afraid to say it. The ideas I get, they are from God. At times I just see it clearly, and at times I just hear God tell me, do this, and I obey. They're from God. So when I go to companies and they say, wow, how did you do this? It's God. It's God. God just tell me, do this. These are ordinary things people will just see, but I will just arrange them and it becomes so spectacular. So I needed those samples. We call them samples to take to the company, and I didn't have it. If you want to have samples, millions. And so I needed samples. I needed to meet people that are in the industry. There's some people in the industry then. And so God just told me, go. I've prepared. Go and meet them. So to cut the long story short, I wrote down some names. I met somebody that works in a bank then. I said, who does your gifts in the bank? He gave me like 5 names. I wrote those names. I got their addresses, and I went to meet the owners one by one. I said, excuse me, I'm new. I want to start this business. I need your samples. I need to take them to Abuja. I'm cutting it very short. Some looked at me and said, are you well? I should give you my sample. Some drove me out of their office. I said, God, I heard you clearly. Anyway, I asked about 5. I'm saying it very fast. So I cried. I'm like, God, I heard you. Because I needed to start this business. I heard you. Why so much rejection? So the last person I was supposed to meet was a woman. And I went to her office, and she was an elderly woman. And God bless her. And the minute she saw me, she said, wow, I know you somewhere. From Adam, I don't know this woman. But I understood what was happening. She said, I know you. I know you. I said, we started, but I didn't know her. So I told her what I wanted. She looked at me. She said, these apples you're asking for, running into millions. That's about 18 years ago. Wow. She said, okay, I'll give it to you. When are you going to Abuja? I said, the next day. She said, okay, come the next day. So I went the next day, and she said, my husband said I should not give it to you. That you're a thief. I felt like dying. She said, but I know you. I will give it to you. And she gave it to me. I remember I took it to, that was someone God placed for me. And I took those samples to Abuja with my 5 brochure. I did not sleep. I rehearsed my presentation, checked. And when I got to Abuja, they gave me their meeting room. I just placed everything with the 5 brochure there, wrapped. Oh my God. By the time one of their senior people came in, because my in-law, what he did then was, I'm just going to get you, I'm going to open the door for you. The rest is yours. And the rest is history. He wasn't there, but they were everybody was like, oh my God, we want this, we want this, we want this. And that was the first time I made my first millions. And I shared that to say something. In the gifting industry, or any business you're doing, take time to focus. Excellence is important. Don't do things, okay, let me be trying. You know how we do it in Nigeria? I've not gotten the job now, so let me just do small. Give your all. As if you've gotten that job. If you're going for a presentation, you're meeting someone in church to tell, or somewhere to say, this is what I do. Give your all, your best. Have you heard of best foot forward? But nowadays, we don't do that. We cut the shoe into two and show it like this, half of it. Your best foot forward. So in the gifting industry, how you source is important. Okay? You source for those gift items. It can be the same gift items people are used to. If you ask somebody now, what corporate gift, what will you show to companies? Some people will tell you pen, right? Some people will tell you book. Some people, what kind of book? Source, you have internet at your disposal now, right now. Source for the best. And even when you have that book, how do you package it? The gifting industry, packaging is you have to go to my page to see that packaging is key. It can be the same thing, but how you package it is important. So I'll run through this. How can you run a successful, then I'll show you the samples. How can you run a successful, find and finalize your niche? Like I said, what's your target? Do you want to do for corporate entities? Do you want to do for individuals? Do you want to just do bridal? Nowadays, you have a lot of bridal showers. People do a lot of things. A lot of things. You have promotional items. People want to launch new things. They give gifts. You give gifts every day, every time. So find your niche. How do you want to start? Okay? Get good places to source your items. You're telling somebody, I'm into the gifting. You have to show. Nowadays, thank God for the online platform. Take good pictures. These products I have a lot of people that I'm mentoring in the gifting business. They don't have it. They don't have, that's how I started. They don't have the materials. No. But they want to start this. So you give them, I say, take good pictures. So that when you send it to someone on WhatsApp, say, this is what I do. The person will be interested. The person will be attracted. Take good pictures, okay? Source for good vendors where you source your items. The internet is key. The internet is key. Build your client list. So who are the people you want to meet? So from that central bank job, I now had my own items. So I could tell other companies that this is what I do. That was just the first step. So I work for InterSwitch, I work for Bed King, I work for a lot of big companies, just from one job. Because you now say, this is what I do. Oh, I've done this for Central Bank. I've done this for this. I've done this for this. So get your list. Find your list and do it. Then one thing that is vital, there's some other offices, even for InterSwitch too. How did I get? There's one thing I wrote there, gift your gifts. Gift your gifts. What does that mean? Just, if you want to get into, penetrate a company or an individual, let's say your case is an individual, give a sample. It can be free. I do a lot of free samples for companies because they now have an idea of all you can do. They now have an idea. So I do a sample, free, gift your gifts. That's how I got into some companies. Gift your gift. I just presented it to, maybe I know one person there. As little as a water bottle, or as little as a cup, or a mug, or a book. And somebody, who did this? You know, people have referred businesses. You got businesses like that. People have got it. Who did referral? I just love this. There's one real estate company that, my business school, one real estate company. So my coach told me, this speaker was coming to speak. One of these big real estate companies. My own job is such as I have. So when I heard this people were coming to speak, I decided to do 2 packages, one for this person, one for the other person. To cut the long story short, from one of them, I've gotten over a 4 million naira job. From that gift. And like I said, my best foot forward. When the MD contacted me, No, most of these MDs, they don't talk on phone. So he was chatting. And he just took the pictures of the sample. And the sample of what I gave, a free gift, he just took the sample. I want this. I want this. You're the one that did this. I say, I want this. I'm having so people come for an event. I want 100 pieces of this. And I was like, God. I did it with all my heart and all my mind. Gift your what? Gifts. So people say, I don't know how to market. That's marketing your gifts, your product. I don't know how to, that's marketing. I don't know how to market. Gift your gifts. Someone will see it one day. And be consistent, okay? Be consistent. Pay attention to details. Oh, I cannot overemphasize that. Pay attention. Don't, part of this in our industry, especially when you want to personalize the gifts or brand it, part of the problem is I source the gifts. I cannot brand because I don't have a printing industry. So I have to give it out to somebody. Don't give it out to somebody and go to sleep. Then you source your gift, you give it them, then you just collect it and go and meet your clients. You will cry, you will weep. You will weep. You will weep. Because some people, their job is just, I gave pens, executive pens to somebody to brand. The logo was like this. And the person branded like this. And I said, no, you didn't get it right. He said, madam, is it not the logo? Look now, not the logo. I said, you didn't get it right. He said, no. Placement. So you pay attention. I have someone, but we go through everything. The only year I didn't go through something, I was someone. Even me, myself. Because from the printing, I just delivered. By the time they summoned me, I've asked myself, so you delivered this? I asked myself, I said, so you delivered this? You are not ashamed. Because I can criticize myself. So I apologized, and one thing, customer service is key. I had to replace everything again. My profit was gone, yes. But my image is number one. And in that company, they're still calling me over and over and over. I made a mistake because I didn't do my due diligence. I didn't go through everything. Oh, you know, your staff, they can be funny. But I didn't go through everything. So, quality, customer service. Because you can get a job today, and you say, oh, I've gotten a job. Will they retain you? Will they retain you? I've been doing business for InterSwitch for over 12 years. 12 years. Any day, anytime. New people come into the industry, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid because when you do things, when you run a business and you pay and you are doing it excellently, you're going for the tops. You're going for the tops. So if you're here, you want to get into the gifting industry, it's as simple as sit down. Right? When I said have a niche, have a plan, it's like a business plan. I don't want to go into a business plan because a lot of people are running from that. When you say write a business plan, they will take off. But the internet has made it easy. I still say it again. The internet has made it easy. So you should carve your niche, decide what you want to do in the gifting industry. I don't want to exceed. There will be time for questions, so maybe I'll tell. But I want to show us some samples of what corporate gifts are like. Okay. So, I was asked to do a bag, gifting bags. So people will just, what's their logo? Just put only the logo, right? Okay. So people will just put, please, could just help me bring it up. So people will just put only the logo. We have to do something different. You can see, this is the logo of the company, right? But you can see the designs around it. Something different. Stand out. You have to stand out. Can open it. You have to stand out. Now, you have to understand. There's something I wanted to talk about, brief. I'm talking about, because I'm in the corporate industry, the company gives you a brief. And the brief can be as simple as, we're having an event that's going to involve young people, give us gifting ideas. Now it's your duty to suggest gifting ideas that will be functional. I use this word functional a lot because a functional gift is a gift that people can use. People give gifts, but nobody uses them. So you have to think through what you're doing. What's a functional gift? Something. Who can guess what's in here? Okay. Lunch bag, okay. Mug, okay. Okay. Okay, I talked about packaging, right? It's not something different from what we know. But because, they're a tech industry, and so. Are we seeing what's there? The same thing. You see it somewhere. You've seen it. You must have bought it, and they must have sold it to you like this, inside this bag. That's what we are used to. But if you want to be in the gifting industry, you have to package well. This is the same thing. This is a headphone. Okay. Okay, I wanted to do something when Mama was 80, and I decided, what can I give to Mama? And I wanted her to give it to executive guests. So I had to do this. What's this side? It's not really that big, but the packaging is important. Okay. Did you see it? So I took it straight to Mama's house. No, turn it the other way. So this is what we had to do. Then, because I knew she had different category of people, in this box, just open. In this box, we did some packages for her, like in here, in this box for our executive. I know, immediately I gave it to her. She just wrote the names of the people she was going to give immediately. Package things in here for her. The gifting industry is a lucrative. I can't tell, people don't talk about money in job, but let me just give you a tip of the iceberg. I told you my first 1 million was made in Central Bank, okay, when I got to Central Bank business. I'm opening a branch in Abuja this September. Yeah. I'm opening a branch in Abuja this September. I didn't get money from bank. My husband did not give me money, let me tell you the truth. He did not say, this business, take 1 naira. The business grew itself. Were there challenges? Yes. Yes. But consistency and excellence will make you sit before kings and not mere men. God bless you. I don't know whether you learned, maybe when we're having question time, there's a whole lot, but because of the time frame, it's very short, 25 minutes, so we have to stop there. But for those of you that are really interested in the gifting industry, we hold a master class every quarter. You can speak with me after then. We train people. You pay, it's not small money. You pay, but we can work something out for people that are just starting. I believe that, and nobody should say there's no work out there. I know from the other speakers, there's work. Right now, we're looking for social media people. Like, I have one, I'm looking for 2 others. There's work. But most time we're thinking of let's wear trouser and shirts. I'm going to that. I mean, I used to, Mama Maureen is here now. I used to want to, I mean, when I was in Oando, and God said, I've given you something in your hands. I've given you something in your hands. I've given you something. I will want, hey, that corporate job. Oh. Come on. You can even make your business that corporate. That's what, I mean, you come into my office, I'm enjoying myself. That's my corporate world. So don't ever think it's only when you wear that tie and this that you have, some bankers don't earn what I earn. I'm not boasting. They can't even smell it. They can't smell it. So what has God placed in your heart? If it's photo, I have a photography agency that comes to take my products. Because we don't have to take picture now. We'll do like this. It's not professional. So I employed someone. He come every so time, take a lot of pictures. So that's your photography. It's business. Do it with all your heart, with excellence. Praise the Lord. Thank you.